Alright, so we're gonna see what we can get into up here. They might actually already got this individual too. Nope, he's running. He's running, so we're gonna be on a foot chase on it. Nope, we're not gonna be on a... What's going on, guys? FinKone here. Gonna be doing another LCPDFR single player patrol for y'all. I know if you've seen the last one and you're all about my realistic, if you've seen the last multiplayer patrol and you're all about my realistic play, you're probably like, oh, thank God. You know, it's good to cut loose with Steve and DCP. It makes the game really fun. It kind of changes it up. We are gonna be using the first person again on this one. This time I got rid of the pesky head. So, you know, that was one of the major annoyances I felt from the last one. And we'll kind of see how it goes from there. We're going to be rolling this unmarked Impala again. You know, I really like this car. It's got a good interior for first-person use. Really well put together. I believe this was Black Jesus' car. I'm really bad at giving credits. So, you know, if you see something that's been used in my videos but I failed to give you credits, just let me know. It's not that I'm like purposefully doing it. It's just, you know, I'm extremely busy the majority of the time. And, you know, in this episode we're also going to talk about... future plans in terms of what I plan to do. You know, once 5 comes out, if I plan to keep doing LCPDFR, if I plan to keep modding for it, if I'm going to mod for 5, what the transition will be. And, you know, we'll kind of talk about it from there.
An officer in need of assistance.
So we're not going to assist the Stady. He'll be alright. He's probably got another unit closer. And, you know, I'm excited that 5's coming. I know a lot of you guys are too, but you know, some of you are worried because you see other YouTubers are already saying, hey, I'm done with LCPDFR, you know, I'm moving on. And I totally get it. You guys don't understand the amount of work that goes into making this build stable, and there's only a certain amount of things you can do to actually, you know, get it stable. So, you know, with that said, so here's the deal. Here's the timeline. I love LCPDFR. It runs extremely well for me in single player, and I'm going to continue to do episodes of LCPDFR, and I'm going to continue to do that until 5 has something of similar caliber, similar depth that releases. So I mean, even if 5 comes out with a very early kind of stage of what 4 has now, I'll probably do videos on that, but I'm still going to continue to do LCPDFR until we get to the point where 5 can replace this, until it has the depth and it has, you know, the somewhat reliability of equal caliber. So there's no worry about that. You're going to keep seeing police games. That's probably what this channel is going to devolve into, is, you know, anything police or kind of tactics related. That's the type of games I really enjoy. It's such a small genre. There's not a whole lot of studios that do police games that are, you know, realistic. Like, sure, you've got Battlefield Hardline. I had absolutely zero interest in that. The second I saw a minigun on a little bird is when it kind of turned me off towards it. You know, I'll probably doing some Rainbow Six Siege when that becomes a thing. Unfortunately, I wasn't accepted into the alpha testing. I would have liked to show you some of that footage. I know that Gunner 9213, bad memory, I'm sorry if I messed that up, Gunner. I know that he's doing footage of it. I know that Bay Area Bugs is doing footage of it, and you can kind of see the alpha state that it's in. And you know, so I hope to devolve into that, maybe even into the other side that you guys don't know about me. I really love space, like space games. Kerbal Space Program, Elite Dangerous, Star Citizen, those are all cool games. When I get burnt out in a specific gear, I'll often switch to those games because they're extremely enjoyable for me. I just heard somebody say hold it right there. I don't know. I bet you the officer despawned, but he was gonna get that individual, so we'll leave that one be. But you know, I definitely want to evolve this into an actual game channel, and it's gonna be exciting to have you guys kind of grow with me. Okay, so we're going to be trying to pick up this vehicle with a stolen tracker. You can see I'm rolling the radar. I've decided to roll the radar in first person just because you can become more blind to things. Basically, I'm just going to use it to get to the location in a timely manner. I'm not going to use it to check where the vehicle went if they broke line of sight. So if they disappear on me, we're going to roll through this one. If they disappear on me, I'm not going to be using the radar to catch back up. and we'll kind of just go from there. Make sure our intersections are clear before we push through it. And I didn't track what type of vehicle it said it was, which was definitely my mistake. So we're going to see if we can get a right location on them. We're definitely going down, going this way. So we're going to pop a UE. And hopefully they didn't get on the highway or anything of that nature. Alright, so now we're going up. And we're going to cruise silent just because we want to try to get the drop on the individual if we can. God knows where they went through this traffic circle. Try to squeeze by these people here. In the same sense, I got to stay safe. Another green that we could push through. That might have been him that just took the right. I got a feeling this is him right here. It is. And he's actually taking off on us right away.
Suspect is now driving a black Ubermax Oracle.
And
Looks like
let's see if we can't get him to pull over. I don't think this guy's going to listen to us at all.
In a black Ubermax Oracle.
And, you know, this is a stolen vehicle. Right now he's not damaging it. We're going to try to see if we can get him to pull over. Maybe change his mind about running. But I don't think it's going to happen. He's looking back at us constantly, too. Seems like he's debating about alternate choices that he could do. Right now he probably thinks that he can get away in his head. And we're not going to call air right now. We're having such an easy time sticking with him. He's got a slower, heavier vehicle than us. But we might actually bump it up to call another backup unit. Oh, that's pretty nice looking little. Alright, so we are going to roll. Oh, there we go. Destroyed my camera. We are going to roll this. Oh, man. We're in the pumps. God knows what could happen. So we're going to step out, see if we can get up to him and rip him out of the vehicle in time. Oh, man. He's getting ready to hit that pump. We're going to pull him out. And we're going to try to hold him at gunpoint, see if we can get a surrender out of him. I forgot to take... I don't want to talk about what that is. We'll talk about that later. I got so much going on. So go ahead and get this cuff on this individual. And I'm going to have... Actually, I'm going to take him in myself. And we're going to check out this vehicle. I know one of you was telling me to check the vehicle every time I take him in and things like that. We're going to search this one. I don't search them all, though. So I'm going to go ahead and move my vehicle, though. It'd be better if I can clear out of the way of any traffic that might be coming in. And we'll just position it right here in a good spot. We're not going to obstruct the sidewalk. We don't want to force people out into the road at night. I know it seems like a small thing, but, you know, if I got my vehicle there and somebody's flying through here that's drunk or something of that nature, and... That can make a whole smorgasbord of things happen. So here's the issue with first person. I often lose accountability where these people are. So this vehicle is just going to be hanging out here. And I'm just going to slide it over here out of the way as well. We're actually just going to leave this one right here. So we'll go check the trunk. And I'm definitely moving the car out of the gas station before I call any type of tow truck here. Alright, see if we got anything in the trunk that we can add to them. Right now we just got the felony theft of the vehicle. And yeah, nothing says that this... What are you doing? Oh, you're already anticipating. You must be listening to me today, partner. Alright, so we'll try to back it out of here without causing any damage to it. We got it back in not the perfect condition, but a pretty good condition. And it's a good thing that AI has issues fleeing through the gas station. They're pathfinding. It's like... regardless of what's happening, it's embedded in them to like stop and get gas without getting out. Alright, so we got a tow truck on the way. Here he comes. And we're just going to make our way back to our vehicle. We're going to tell dispatch that we're good to go. And the tow truck's picking up that guy. So we're going to hop in our vehicle and... we're going to go ahead and take this guy back to the station. We can't question him for whatever reason. I'm not sure the exact conditions that Callouts Plus requires for you to be able to question, you know, an individual that you get. But we're going to make our way back. And traffic's pretty dead, so we'll drive with a not an illegal demeanor, but a let's hurry up and get there demeanor. So yeah, you know, like I said, guys, don't worry about me quitting LCPDFR. It's gonna be a smooth transition. I do plan to mod for 5. I know I haven't touched on that, but you know, that's I'm not gonna be able to see what I can do until the people above me, because the gurus, the guys that make the script hooks, the guys that make all that stuff possible, like they're way above me in terms of capability. I just use the tools to make fun stuff. They actually give me the tools. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like LMS. He's like the guy that makes the tools and sells them at Lowe's, and then I'm like the carpenter that goes to Lowe's to buy the tools. If that makes sense. Alright, so now we dropped him off. We instantly picked up a high-risk call for a drive-by shooting, and it looks like it was down on the beach. We're gonna see. So we're actually gonna go down into the sandy area here. I'm gonna try to make sure I don't damage my car too much.
Attention all units. Suspect last seen in Firefly Island.
And we'll see what we can get into once we get on scene here. Alright, so we got one on foot, I believe. Yeah, you can see him over there. We're gonna see what we got going on scene here, though. They said they were armed, so we're gonna take our time moving in. And there's a cop right there. He's got this guy in custody already, so we need to hustle to the other one. I think this cop just hit my car. Alright, so he's handled that guy. That guy's already in cuffs, so we're gonna see if we can get back here. This guy keeps hitting me. Oh my god, and he's running over hobos. Alright, so we're gonna see what we can get into up here. They might actually already got this individual too. Nope, he's running. He's running, so we're gonna be on a foot chase on it. Nope, we're not gonna be on a. Alright, so we're gonna approach with caution, make sure we got nobody else in the area that's armed. And we're gonna actually collect the evidence right away. Apparently he's evidence. He just got deleted. Alright, so we would call coroner at this point. You guys seen the coroner work hundreds of times. I'm not too positive as to why he deleted real quick. It was a callouts plus call. Dang, that's what that cop car did to the Charger did to us. Alright, so I'm gonna get in here and kill the sirens so I don't lose you guys instantly as subscribers. And we're gonna go from there. We'll tell dispatch we're good to go. We're gonna probably go through the Firefly housing area, see if we can get out there. This top bar though, this thing's like horrendous to drive with it in there in first person view. I feel like I'm in like some type of military grade battle vehicle, like a Humvee or an MRAP or something of that nature. So we'll go ahead and get back out here onto the street. And we're not gonna fix our vehicle. They didn't bust out any lights or anything. They just kind of goofed up our bumper a little bit. A little bit annoying, but AI is AI. I really look forward to seeing how 5 handles this. I'm gonna go ahead and put my pistol away. I don't like driving around with that out, so we're gonna shove that away, and we're gonna hop back in. And we haven't had any time to get involved in normal stuff tonight, so we went ahead and responded to that. One guy was already getting cuffed on scene. They didn't even make it into the truck. And the other, he tried to shoot us. But yeah, I know some of you guys are like, your standpoint's like, oh, what do you think 5 will support modding? Like, do you think 5's modding friendly? And, you know, the answer is pretty simple to that. None of these have been modding friendly. Every single one of these have been, you know, pretty much pain to work with. The company doesn't want us doing what we're doing with the game, and especially with 5 when they're really trying to enforce this online money and this online mentality and things like that. But the problem is you can't defeat that kind of stuff on the computer. Once a lot of the computer culture gets their hands on the game, because not as many people want to develop stuff for the console, not as many people want to make the modifications for the console. And, you know, once it gets to the computer's realm, to our hands, that's when you're going to see all this stuff really start kicking off. I honestly don't think it'll be as slow as it did for 4. I mean, they're literally...
We have a report of a suspect resisting arrest on foot in Willett.
Okay, so let's see what... I hear it. Okay, so we got something going on back here.
Give me a reason.
We're just gonna go out and support this guy. But yeah, it's gonna really kick off. Do you want me to cuff him, bro? Are you gonna cuff him? You want me to cuff him? I don't know what's going on here. What did he do, man? You know, give me a little back brief on how we ended up here. I'm gonna call for a transport unit, and you can roll with them, man, because I'm not doing it. All right, so we'll move this guy back out to the street. We got a transport unit en route for him, and we're just gonna put him on the front of our car for now. What'd you do, boss? God, man, I can't believe the other guy stole my car, and now I'm stuck with this guy. He's a silent, strong type, too. Alright, so we're going to move him over to the vehicle once they get up here on scene. And we're just going to throw him in there. We're going to watch these guys get back in.
We have the suspect in custody.
And he's going to leave his door open. And we're good to go. I'm just waiting for my... I've got so much distrust in my partner now. Come on, bro.
Roger.
You like that? I went completely 360 with my head. It's fine, though. Just barely heard his tires. I might actually check him out. He's kind of savage. He didn't even honk. He was just waiting to hit us. So let's see what's going on with this guy. And we'll run the plate from here, see what we got, see what we can get into. He's uninsured, so we're actually going to check this guy out. You guys know me, insurance is a big deal. See if we can get him to pull over here for us. Kind of a bad spot, but we'll roll with it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and hop out on him. And we'll go up and check them. We don't have a firearm or anything out. We don't need it at this point. And we'll see what's going on. So right now, we pulled him over for the insurance, but he also didn't have a seatbelt on either. I'm noticing. But I mean, yeah, this whole incident's kind of getting started off by me. I actually did a failure to yield to him. But we'll just go ahead and conduct a general traffic stop, and we're gonna see what's going on. We'll get his documentation and whatnot. And we're going to go check him out. I'm going to have my partner just hold that position right there.
You're just flirting with me now.
Oh, now you want to talk. So we're going to run him in the computer before we actually even check out his documentation. And we'll see what we hit back on him. So this guy's actually pretty good to go. Nothing crazy going on. We're gonna check his documentation now, and we'll go from there. So that's current, and that is not current. So he's got an expired registration, and we'll kind of just. Oops, what did I do? Oh, that's not good. So we're gonna go ahead and start this ticket out for this guy's first name, or last name rather. Hallman. We're gonna go with Corey, and we are currently located on Seymour. What's it? Oh, Seymour Ave. And from there, let's see. Expired reg. No seatbelt. We'll say that I'm the issuing officer, and we're gonna go ahead and click complete ticket. You can. I see so many of you guys hop out and walk back up to the car. You don't have to do that. You can just click complete ticket in there, and once you do that, you'll actually have the clipboard in your hand. So we'll go ahead and step out and walk back up to this individual, make contact to complete our ticket for him. Are you ready to go, partner? All right. So once we get back up to him, we're gonna return his documentation. We'll go over the ticket real quick with him. Oh, look at you without a helmet. You better hope nothing pops up. Man, he'll be good to go. You can see the clipboard's going, everything's kind of cleaning up a little bit better. And we'll just go ahead and hop back in our vehicle, we'll tell our partner to regroup. And we'll let policing know that we're available again. And I'm just gonna follow this guy, this biker, for a little bit. If nothing pops up, we're gonna pull him as well and check out him, just because this passenger doesn't have a safety helmet, doesn't have the DOT helmet on, and we'll see what's. What, are you upset that I wrote that guy a ticket? Why are you? He looks like he's upset with me. You thinking about stealing the car? I had a guy that stole the car from me this exact shift. Doesn't look anything like you, but he stole from me. Alright, so we'll keep with this individual. He's actually driving extremely well, so I might not even pull him and check him out. Let's see if I can fetch data about the motorcycle, see if he's worth even checking out. So he's actually clean. And we're just gonna kind of go from there. And we'll see how short we can keep this. I know some of you said you're not that into the first person kind of patrolling. I get it. The camera can kind of be annoying at times after a while, especially with the way it moves around because it's pinned off of the body. That's another reason I'm really looking forward to 5. I'm a huge fan of first person. Third person looks good and all, but it gives you such a definitive advantage in like any type of shootout or something like that. You guys know how most of the time I keep the radar off, so it's kind of weird for me to be saying it while I do have it on, but you know, if you're stuck in first person and you're taking cover behind a wall, like, you actually have to risk getting shot to gather what we call battlefield intel, to kind of learn where somebody's at. And you know, with third person, it's like, oh yeah, I see, like, he's right over there behind that wall, and you didn't expose yourself at all, and you know, the risk is not there for the reward of the knowledge. And that's what makes it real fun. It's like when you start to lose track of where people are, and you know, just because of that, I tend to lean towards it. Like, you know, I used to play a lot of DayZ, and I was one of those guys that, you know, third person was great when you're running around. It's immersive in the sense that you can see your character, and you can feel like, oh yeah, that tactical vest I found was really cool. Look at my guy, he looks badass. But in the same sense, when it comes to the shootouts, like, I would use third person because I knew the other person was, and I wanted the same advantage that they were getting, because I don't want to lose my gear just because, you know, they're know where I am and I don't know where they are. But I mean, I know I would often play on the hardcore servers too. I wasn't one of those guys that were like, well, if I like first person only, everybody should use it. No, I would cope to the situation that I was in, the environment I was playing on. So we'll go ahead and check this out. I mean, not a whole lot has happened there. You guys can see how my shifts can quickly become dead. We'll check our map, make sure we didn't miss anything from... No, we didn't miss anything. I was wondering if policing actually placed a marker, and it's just something we missed this whole time.
A criminal fleeing a crime scene on foot.
We're gonna hold to adjoin that, if I can. Alright, so here this guy is right here. Nope, this ain't him. What am I doing? I hope nobody's here. I'm just kind of blindly backing up.
Units, suspect heading south in Steinway on foot.
It's not this person. This guy's hustling. There we go, right here. Oh my god, he shoot my car with a taser, bro? He said, Alright, so we're gonna get back into the block. We're not gonna chase this guy on foot because he's just so fast. He's making another left. See, this guy's doing laps. Let's see what we get into. This guy, we're just assisting this guy. He's got his shades on at night. And we'll see what happens. They're probably gonna move for the cuff. So he's not even responding. They do that sometimes. I wonder if I have to alt-E it.